Hello, hello, hello. Well, thank you for just coming. Thank you for coming in to sit in with this interview. Um, I thank you, Anita, for just coming in, and I'm just doing this interview because you haven't gotten the platform to share your story, so you're creating your own platform, which is phenomenally is just is just so great that you're able to have this opportunity to be able to share your story. So we are just going to dive right into it. We're just going to touch upon talk about how you got to this stage in your life, or how you got to this point of your life as an entrepreneur, how you found your purpose, how you got to where you are at this point, understanding from the obstacles and the challenges that you encounter in your life. So, no further ado, so just share your story. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Again, my name is Anita Fredricks. So the funny thing is that, I love when people always have this statement about you know your purpose, that you should know your purpose, you should follow your passion, follow your dreams. That the one thing about it is that your passion never leaves you. It's always installed in you. You might, be relayed. You might be able to have doubts going towards your dreams or your passion. You might even get distracted, following your dreams. But no matter what, you're always going to come back towards it. Okay, you're going to find a way to come back to that passion, that dream that you had set for yourself. So I will give you an example. At a young age, I've never seen growing up, seeing that professional side or entrepreneurial side. My uncle, had his own business, but at a young age, because he was never home. I really didn't see him in the business. Like, he would always travel, for his business. So I never understood, okay, this is how business owners, or this is what it is to be a business owner. So, but I knew that I have it in me. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a boss lady. I wanted to own my own business. I want to be a boss. So even at a young age, even in school, let's say, I have family members that will visit from London or visit from out of state, from America, and they'll bring like little goodies. What I do is just open it like candy, or say, and I open it, and when I get to school, I will sell it 50% more, or distribute it and sell it for 50% more. And when I get the money, I will be able to use it and just buy me what I wanted, or something that I wanted to eat, because I was less privileged to be able to get the things that I wanted, or the things that I like. So that would just inspire me to be able to get the food that I wanted to eat, or that I like eating, because I love pineapple and mango, and it was just one of those fruit that you had to really spend money by it, and my family just didn't feel the need to, you needed to have that. So those are one of the things I did. So, I remember in class one day, and the teacher had said to me, I was doing that, and she, confiscated all my candy and said, you know what, you're never going to be a business owner. You're never going to own your own business, because that's not you. Those are not the things that we do as Africans. And I was like, okay. So that always installed in the back of my head, like, oh, really? And that was my motivation to prove her wrong, because I just knew I could be better. I could be a business owner. So to fast forward, coming to America at a young age, even that installed in ways of that, all I saw around me was people going to school, then finding a profession, and they told you your profession had to be either you're a lawyer, or you're an accountant, or you a doctor. That you couldn't be a business owner. That was just like a taboo or something. So I followed that path of just, what, I would go to college. I finished high school, go to college, and then I found my career path. First, I dived into chemistry because I love chemistry. I love mixing chemicals together. And then, and then it was just like, trying to go to an extra year of college to be a doctor. I'm sorry, that wasn't for me. So I knew right there, okay, I have to leave that whole chemistry. And then I went into accounting, and that's where I landed. It wasn't one day I was sitting in college, in my college class, and I can remember this vividly. It was my federal class, my federal tax accounting class, and I was literally sleeping in the class. I don't even know how I passed that class, but I was. But I just felt a nudge from one of my classmates, and she was like, "This is not for you, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's just." I was like, but I just want to pass and just move on. And she invited me to like, she called it like this friend network event, and I was like, okay. So when she came to pick me up, I saw the vehicle she was driving. It was 10 times better than the one I was driving. It was, I was driving this beat up Ford Escort that was leaking oil. Every time I drive, I have to pour oil on it. And, every 5 miles, stop at a corner and put oil in it. And here she was driving like a Mercedes. And I was like, what are you doing? I didn't want to ask her exactly what she was doing because I thought maybe she's a drug dealer. But I just felt like it wasn't my place to ask how you made your money because I wasn't in that position to. So when we even got to that place, I was able to see the familiarity of like people were free. And then when people started talking on stage of how they had made this amount of money, they were able to travel, they were able to go other places and help other people get to where they have gotten, I was like, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. So I started learning more, and that's how I dive into network marketing. And it was great. So despite getting into network marketing, I also grew a business within that network marketing to where I needed to go. But life comes in a way. Life takes you to a path of where you never know where it's going to go. But your passion is always going to be with you. It's not going to leave regardless. You might delay it. You might have doubts. You might get distracted. But it's always going to come back to you for you to align yourself back to it, okay? And when I say that entrepreneurial fire was always in me to be able to inspire. So when she was talking on stage, I saw myself on that stage. I saw myself talking to other women. I saw myself talking to other people, inspiring them, encouraging them to go after their dreams as well, to follow their passion. I saw myself doing the same thing. And when I got to that even level, because then I got the opportunity to make a certain amount, and then you'll be able to they give you like a 5 minutes to be able to explain or, motivate other people. I did the same thing. So the dream of being on that stage, I got to it. So then I had to have a bigger dream. But life again will get in the way, and you get doubts, and then you get delayed, and you get distracted. But, I always knew this was for me. I always knew to be able to speak. I always knew to be able to encourage other people to find their own passion, find their own dreams, and go out for it. It was something installed in me, no matter what it is that you're doing right now, that's where you need to be. And yes, life is going to come and take over, but you just never give up on that dream. So here we are, after going through that whole journey of it, and then overcoming all the obstacles, I kind of left the dream for a while, because then you have to pay your bills. Things happen, you have kids, and you got married, and family comes in the way. So now when you haven't seen the dream manifested to the way you wanted to that you had the dream of, like you haven't traveled or you haven't reached a certain level that you had set out for yourself, you start doubting, and then you start dabbing into things. So even when COVID hit, you had to get a job, or you lost your job. And I remember that I was sitting at this job, and I was like, this is not for me. I just knew it wasn't for me. I was like, this is not my purpose. This is not what I need to be doing. It's not helping me. It's just wasting my time. It has no value of my life. It's not adding any value. Instead, it's taking time and value away from me. And because I'm allowing this to keep going, I'm saying no to my dreams. I'm saying no to the things that I need to be doing. And I need to get out of it. When I tell you, when I quit that job, it was like I lost weight. I lost 100 pounds weight from just walking away from it. Pounds of doubts and pounds of like just knowing that this wasn't for you got lifted off my shoulder. Just walking away from it. I didn't know what else I was going to do. I didn't know where I was going to be at, but I just knew that was not going to, be for me. So when you are not aligned with what you need to do in life, or your purpose, or your skills, or your gift, or whatever you want to call it, you're going to just feel empty somehow. You're just going to feel empty. Till you align yourself back to it, till you get back on the wagon, till you get onto that journey, you're going to start seeing the joy and the happiness, that the fulfillment that it was meant for you to do. You may not even see it now. You may not know what it is, but you just know once you get on it. Okay? So even, I'll give an example, even I had got a job working outside, like delivering, and like I telling you, I loved it. I loved the job because I was able to be free. I was able to have my creative mind go. It gave me the opportunity to be able to have my own time, do my own schedule. So when I was aligned back to it, I was so happy. When I was aligned back to my purpose, I was free. I was joyful. I knew this is what I needed to do, because it's not like it comes easy. It just comes with ease. It comes with ease, and it comes with a peace of mind. And you do it with joy. You do it with a passion. And that's how you know it's something for you. You know it's your purpose. You know it's your dream. You know you're going on the right path. So I don't know who's listening out there. I don't know who this is going to help. But just take it. You're going to have that little tingling feeling. You're just going to have that little tingling in your feeling to know that, okay, this is not for me. You would know. You just know. It's like, I don't know if you want to call it intuition, or you want to know if a voice, or you want to know if it's discernment, or whatever you want to call it. You just know. You just know, like, okay, this is not going to work for me. This is not for me. And you're going to walk away. You're not feeling any regrets. You're not going to feel any sadness, because you left it knowing this is not for you. And once you align yourself back to what you need to do, you'll have peace. You'll be joyful. And that's with anything in life. So I hope this helps someone. I hope this helps someone in their journey. And I thank you. I thank you for giving me this space. For those that don't know me who I am, my name is Anita Fredricks. You can find me on Instagram at Fredricks. Or you could also find me on LinkedIn at Anita Fredricks. Or you could also find me at TikTok. So I would love to share my journey with you. I would love to inspire those that are trying to find their way, trying to find their purpose. I want to empower you and encourage you not to give up. Keep going, that you will find it sooner than you know. The more you give up something that doesn't align with you, you're saying yes to something that do aligns with you and your purpose and your dreams. Till next time, thank you for giving me this platform.